It's time for Access the Experts from the University of Nebraska at Omaha with your host, Brandon Axement.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Access the Experts on News Channel Nebraska, where every Tuesday and Thursday, University of Nebraska at Omaha faculty members answer today's questions facing our state. Now today we have the pleasure of hearing from Dr. Amy Hanson, who is an instructor for UNO's Department of Gerontology. So Amy, today's question is, how can folks from older generations catch up technologically with their younger peers and co-workers?
Thank you for that question, Brandon. I would be happy to talk about older adults and technology. You know, older adults are one of the fastest growing groups in using technology, whether that be with their personal computer or their iPad or using their smartphone. They are getting online to do banking, shopping. Some of them are learning how to use social media so they can stay connected to their friends and family. And one of the things that I think kind of trips us up in helping older adults to grow in their technology use is that we believe that myth or that stereotype that older adults can't learn new things. And this is simply not true. You know, in the absence of disease, so certainly things like Alzheimer's disease or a stroke, that's going to impair learning. But in the absence of disease, in normal aging, we can continue to make new connections in the brain. We can keep learning new things. In fact, there is research that continues to show us the neuroplasticity of the brain, meaning that the brain can grow and it can change and it can make those new connections. There are a couple of things I think for us to note. The first is learning does take longer as we get older. If you've been around preschoolers, you know, it can seem like they are learning new things so quickly, inserting new vocabulary into what they're talking about, doing new things. Well, as we age, it takes us longer to make those connections in our brain. So that may mean it takes us it's necessary for us to practice more. We may need to write out those instructions, but the thing to remember is we can learn whatever that is. The second thing is that learning has to do with motivation. One of the things we especially know about the adult learner is that they're going to learn best when whatever it is they're learning has personal meaning to them. It's relevant to their lives. And I think one of the places we have really seen this is during this pandemic. Adults and older adults, you know, they learned to use Zoom or they learned to use FaceTime for the first time because they wanted to connect with their family, with their friends, to still be a part of groups that they were a part of during this period of social isolation. I know one grandma whose grandchildren were quarantining and she was quarantining, and she taught them journalism, a journalism class through Zoom, and they produced a family newsletter together. So there's lots of options for this. You know, technology doesn't have to be something that divides the generations. It can actually bring the generations together. Young people can gain confidence as they're teaching something to an older adult, and an older adult can be empowered and learn how to use these tools that they want to learn. You know, if you'd like more information about this or more information about the Gerontology Department, please reach out to us. You can find us at gerontology.unomaha.edu.
Thank you, Amy, for sharing your expertise on that topic. For our viewers at home, we want you to interact with UNO's experts, so if you have a question you want answered, go to newschannelnebraska.com and submit it.
Access the Experts, presented by the University of Nebraska at Omaha. If you have questions, submit them on our website. Then join us every Tuesday and Thursdays at 6:46 a.m. and p.m. while we answer your questions.